to the Digital Roundtable. This is the music, movies. Did I fuck up? Why are you looking at me?
No. Okay.
We're good. Music, movies, documentary, and TV segment.
We were literally, I think I was staring a little too hard.
You look infatuated and would be like, I want you. Paint me like your French woman.
I want your head down my throat.
Yeah. There's some really big talking. Some really big topics to be talking about this one, especially for comic book fans.
Yes.
A lot's coming out this year. There's a lot of things in the works with Marvel and DC, but today I really want to focus on the DC part of it, because if you're a huge comic book nerd, the one thing you really want to see is a good DC movie coming out.
Yeah.
So with
DC
that
fans
said,
unite.
they are projected to start production and filming for Justice League, the movie, this year.
No way.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
So from what I read, they're shooting for summer to start shooting. Production has already gone underway.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking to start shooting Justice League this summer. That tells us two really big things.
Who's playing Batman?
They're getting somebody new. They haven't said yet.
No more Christian Bale?
That's where production comes in.
Oh.
No more Christian Bale. But that's where production comes in because they want somebody a little bit younger because they want to be able to stretch out the Justice League.
Okay.
And Christian Bale's kind of up there already, you know what I mean? And he doesn't fit in too well. Christian Bale does not fit in at all with the people that we already have green-lighted for the movie.
He's like Keanu Reeves. He never ages.
But as far as, like, on camera, he won't do well with certain people. But huge news. What this tells us, though, is two major things. Number one, Wonder Woman. Yeah. Wonder Woman is either, we haven't heard much, but should already be in production, in filming, or close to wrap up.
Yeah.
If they want to start filming Justice League already. Because they have announced that all these Green Lantern 2 is coming out. There is no Batman movie coming out.
No.
Green Lantern 2 is coming out, which still using Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know how.
A lot of people are kind of upset about that.
Yeah.
For me personally, he's perfect for the role of Green Lantern.
I think
they fucked him on the script.
Yeah.
They fucked him on the script. The script was okay. To me, it was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed the movie. But when you're a fan about something, you know, even the shitty shit's kind of good, you know?
Yeah.
But they're leaning more towards a darker Green Lantern 2 being to get it prepared for Justice League.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, once again, not much has been said about it. So I'm looking at this as like they're already in post-production, they're in filming, something like that. The new Batman, they already said they're going to try to get somebody a little bit younger. They're trying to get somebody that'll mix well with Ryan Reynolds because, as everyone knows, Green Lantern and Batman has always had a little butting heads kind of situation going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get somebody that'll play off Ryan Reynolds very well. And they said that they're going to try to focus on that a little bit more in the movie. So
good. I'm glad they're paying attention to detail.
Yeah. Superman, from what I read, they're going to use the same guy as Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So that should be
by the way,
good.
I can't wait for that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So far, of all the shit that I've seen coming out, I mean, everyone was really skeptical. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Spectacle.
He's like glasses.
Specular.
Shut the fuck. Skeptical about the Man of Steel, but like all the fucking posters that have been coming out and the trailer. It's throwing a lot of smoke out. It looking really good. So, as far as Justice League goes, they're gonna gear more towards the building of Justice League. As far as something happened, they all have to come together, and then they were like, let's make a Justice League kind of shit going on. So, if you've been keeping up on it, you know that they're on it right now. They're like, we need to push this out. So far, from what I've seen, they want mid-year 2014 release date.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
so that means
relatively soon.
Yeah. That means we should see a Green Lantern and Wonder Woman by the end of this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a little skeptical about.
You can't even say it either.
I know, right? And I even corrected him on it. I'm a little skeptical about the Wonder Woman movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
From what I read, it's gonna depict on her coming to
Age?
Earth. Yeah, her becoming Wonder Woman.
Okay.
It's gonna focus more on that than it. because every movie that's going to come out now from this point on for the DC universe is going to be building up to Justice League. As far as what Marvel did with the Avengers, as far as Captain America came out, it was like, here's a backstory, and here's the end is how he became an Avenger. Same thing with the Hulk. Here's backstory, Thor, backstory, this and that.
Yeah.
So, kind of, I'm stoked about it. I'm hoping that Warner Brothers was all like, oh, fuck, they did it right.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's bite off them and do it right.
Yeah.
So, people want more mature tone to their movies. They want something a little bit more serious. Because even with Green Lantern, they were like...
Just fucking let Christopher Nolan do the whole thing, dude.
That's
like,
what I
God
said,
damn.
you know? But with that said, Christopher Nolan did have his finger in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So hopefully they keep him on, even not a director, but a producer, executive producer, or some kind of idea man, you know, they keep him on. Because Christopher Nolan knows how to do it right. And that's also what I read, is that they're going to take a more human-like tone. Not like, you know, every time you watch a Justice League movie or Justice League comic book, it's like, oh, this is near future. No, they're trying to make it seem so we could relate to the movie.
Yeah.
Give it a more human tone to it. So it's really good. So stoked for it. That's the news coming out. Another huge bit of news, especially if you're a movie fan. Guillermo del Toro, which has yet to come out with something really good lately. I mean, he's been coming out with some sort of like indie-ish kind of films. Nothing too amazing. As far as like I'm talking about like his previous movies where they're like epic and like just huge budgeted films.
Yeah.
He's been kind of working towards more, which I get it. If you look on his history, he's more of a like movie buff. He's a movie buff. It's exactly what he is. And he's trying to get more of an indie feel out of his movies. This is complete 180 from that. He is now working on the DC Dark Universe. So that's going to be sick. If anyone knows, this is more gearing towards like Swamp Thing and like those kinds of type of movies as far as comic books go. So we should see something like that coming around, which is cool because now we're going to have an abundance of DC movies coming out, which I personally like. I personally like the darker tones in the DC universe. Yeah. More mature tones as far as Marvel goes. Marvel's been really well on changing their comic books up in the past 10 years to more darker tones. They've always had like a little bit darker tones, but as far as DC goes, it's more of a human kind of trait. More we can actually feel with the customer. I mean, with the reader or the protagonist in the comic book. Mm-hmm. So that should be really cool. Also, a rumor that I read from Marvel. If you're a huge Marvel freak, I mean DC. If you're a huge DC freak, Hawk and Dove series might be coming out. So that's pretty cool. But that's a huge rumor that I read. So, but possibly, it's a little easier to film.
Well, I was never. I was never a Hawk and Dove fan, but
the story's really good, dude.
The story's really good.
There's a lot of personal confliction in that comic book. That's why it would be a little bit easier to film. So that's the news on DC Universe right now. There's a lot of good shit coming out. There's a lot of getting the cogwheels moving to get the movies out now. As a comic book fan, I'm stoked. Can't wait. But I'm also optimist. I know there's people that are like, oh no, they're gonna ruin it like they did everything else, and
I'm always hopeful that they come out with something really, really good. Yeah.
So we shall see how that works. Another, if you're a sci-fi fan, another huge bit of news. If you're a sci-fi fan, there's no way you are not a Godzilla fan. Like, you can't. Yeah. Like, it's just like, it's in the rule book. Like, if you're a sci-fi fan, you have to like Godzilla.
Do you remember that video game from GameCube? Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters or something like that?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, it was the greatest monster brawl game ever. Basically, 4-player game. You got to choose from the lineup of all the greatest Godzilla monsters and Godzilla himself and his different versions, and just duke down these huge cityscapes and beat the crap out of each other. It was the greatest game ever. It was great. So, Mothra still sucks.
As far as Godzilla goes, everyone's gripe with Godzilla 2000 was it didn't look like Godzilla.
Yeah, of course not.
Godzilla was a chick. Mm-hmm. We all came to that because she laid eggs. And there was no other monsters.
No.
That was a huge gripe with it. Well, they heard. and they listen to you. And it was released, I believe last night, sometime this week, that they, of course, everyone kind of knew that there's a Godzilla reboot in the make. There will be other monsters.
Good.
So that's
God, finally,
Fucking
yeah.
as far as what gets me stoked about it is seeing, CG with how, graphics have been coming along as far as
They won't be in suits
Marvel-
anymore.
No
Yeah.
more man in suit. No.
yeah, as far
The
as
cheesy
like,
man in suit, like
King Ghidorah.
fake
King Ghidorah.
explosions, fake explosions going off and everything.
yeah,
like-
as far as, I mean, some movies that could get me hopeful for this movie to look good, number one, and have good action sequences. Of course, District 9,
yeah.
Yeah.
the Avengers, Battleships. Believe it or not, Battleships kind of. I mean, the way that they do destruction and shit like that, and then of course Transformers.
Yeah.
Those movies just give you like
Michael Bay explosion.
there's hope for them to not fuck this up, So we'll see how that goes. But Gojira, Gojira.
Okay, a little trivia. What was your favorite Godzilla monster besides Godzilla?
Mothra.
Really?
The only reason I like Mothra though was because of the little.
I forgot about that.
The
shit.
sisters, bro, in the shell. Come on, man. How can you forget that?
God.
My
They're like,
favorite.
oh
is-
no, it's Gojira. It's okay. We'll help. Gojira. Fucking Mothra comes out. What is that?
And the over-exaggerated, totally off lip syncs in those old movies. Oh, Jin! It's Godzilla!
They can't see you.
The mouth is still moving.
Yeah.
That's why I was making lip noises.
That's lip noises?
Sounds like something else to me. Sounds like something phallical.
Head in your throat.
Moving on. Something that I have to talk about. I have yet to watch the movie. Because, okay, my thing was, because he sent me that link, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. My reward is to watch this movie for getting my TV to work with my PC.
Oh.
Right?
Oh,
That
okay.
was my reward.
Yeah.
Seems like it's not going to happen. Either way, the Django Unchained.
Yes.
D is silent. Such a great movie from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Such a great movie.
I saw the whole thing.
I'm a
and
huge Quentin Tarantino fan.
It is a Tarantino movie for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it is an all glorious Tarantino
Yeah.
movie. He makes his cameo in it, of course.
What is he
Playing
doing
out,
this
he
time?
plays a fucking Australian slaver.
Of course he would. Yeah, that sounds like him.
But yeah, dude, it was. Spoiler alert: if you don't like racism,
Yeah.
stay away from this movie.
Yeah.
Like-
I was reading. Oh my god, what was I reading? Because I followed Django
God.
Unchained on Facebook, and they were like, they got nominated for 5 or 6 Academy Awards, and one is Best Picture of the Year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some girl was all like, I didn't like this movie. This movie was so terrible. They dropped the N-word like 300 times, and I was like, yeah, it's about slavery. Like, I can only imagine. Which, playing on that, there's an interview, if you're a Quentin Tarantino fan, you've seen it. The guy who did, he's very well known for documentaries. He did the Michael Jackson documentary on Fox. Remember when that came out? You guys remember the Indian guy?
Yeah.
He has an interview with Quentin Tarantino, right? And of course, because of the whole gun violence shit that's going on right now, he's like, "Oh, your movies are always so violent and they're always so controversial." And he's like, "Yeah, because in America, which is true, we don't like to talk about slavery. We like to pretend like it never happened. And guess what? People are talking about it now because of me." And I was like, you toot your own horn, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's true. We are talking about slavery now, and it's a topic that does need to be talked about in America. The kids nowadays don't even know that this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, "Well, what about all the gun violence?" No, nope. Gun violence, I'm not talking about it. Not talking about it. Just like Quentin, he's like, "Still, I'm not going to fall for your fucking game." Yeah, get him, Quentin. Yeah, get him. Fuck that guy. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. But the Django Unchained, yeah, it's really...
It suffers though from, like, I know we've all seen movies, especially like Lord of the Rings. Oh, it's ending. Oh, it didn't end yet. Oh, oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's almost. Oh, it's not over yet. Like, yeah, the ending of this movie does that, but
Oh God.
it's not exactly bad, but it does do that a couple
As
times.
far
Like, a couple,
as...
and it's like 3 hours long too. So
As
it's a
far
pretty long
as
movie.
a Quentin Tarantino fan talking about it, he has to. Because what movie of his has had a sequel?
0.
Yeah.
None of his movies had sequels.
Yeah.
0.
Why? Because he...
No, Kill Bill.
Kill Bill? That wasn't a sequel.
That was a
That was a fucking...
It was a two-part
that was
movie.
a two-part movie. That was,
shit.
That was one movie. That's why it's called Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. It's a two-part movie that because of course, financial situations, he wanted more money.
Yeah.
And also that he did not want to take away from the movie because
Shit, I always thought it was like a sequel.
No, the production company came to him and said, you either need to cut an hour out of the movie or you need to release it in a sequel. And he said, well, I don't want to fuck my fans over and call it a sequel because it's not what it is. I'll call it Volume 2. So none of his movies have had sequels.
Okay.
A lot of people that don't know about film say, well, Dust to Dawn's had like 5. Yeah, well, that's not his movie. He wrote it. I think he wrote like a piece of it and produced it. It's not his movie. Quentin Tarantino has only had like 6 movies now. And people want to argue with me, and I'm like, don't argue with me about Quentin Tarantino. Get the fuck out.
I know this.
I do. Fuck, man. Like, either way. Yeah, Django Unchained looks fucking amazing. The cast. Dude,
Yeah.
what a solid cast.
Okay, there's a moment.
Uh-oh.
Please tell me Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson are in the same room.
Yes.
Oh! Yes!
You know, I don't even want to spoil it. There's a moment where
I don't know if that's a good
it's
sign
like,
or...
oh, it's bad.
no, it's a good moment where like it's one of those movie making moments where they're all like in the same room and like interacting with each other, and I'm just like, fuck, this is good. You know what I mean?
So, like, Jamie Foxx, Morgan Freeman,
Jamie Foxx, Morgan Freeman, and what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio are like all interacting, and it's like,
trenches in my pants.
I gotta go watch this movie now.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman does so. It's not Morgan Freeman. It's Samuel L. Jackson. Sorry.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson just does so good. Like, he plays this part so well.
Yeah.
That fool...
Like, into the fucking T. Like, oh, God.
It's so
good.
frontal when he acts. Like, even in the Die Hard
Why did I say
series,
Morgan Freeman? It's Samuel L. Jackson. Excuse me, Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Well,
not talk like that.
a lot of people say that Samuel L. Jackson is typecasted and that he always plays the same character, whatever.
Fuck no, not in this movie.
Somewhat true, but if you watch his older shit, dude, like, I mean, look at Goodfellas, dude. He was in Goodfellas, by the way. A lot of people are like, he was in Goodfellas, and I'm like, I should slap you. He was in Goodfellas. But, yeah, like, watch Goodfellas, watch, fuck, I can't remember the movie right now. He plays a crackhead. Such good. He's such a good actor. I mean, yeah, he kind of always, but same shit with Denzel Washington. No one says that about him.
Yeah, he just
He plays the
character
same
a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, Django Unchained, man. I mean, when I first heard about the movie, I was fucking ecstatic. Yeah, I was like, oh, another Quentin Tarantino fucking movie. Finally, after so many fucking
Your
years.
goal is to watch that very soon.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it tonight or tomorrow.
I have to go put up the stream and wait maybe 5 hours for it to buffer before I can watch it because my
Especially on a
internet
3-hour-long
sucks.
But yeah, dude, there's a lot of shit that I've seen and read that historically makes sense, and a lot of people look past that kind of shit, which is why I love Quentin Tarantino. Little things that nobody catches on.
There's actually a scene in the movie that I found while browsing Imgur. Someone noticed that one of the suits the guy was wearing, it was like a blue bonnet suit, old timey, basically.
Yeah, it's Jamie Foxx who's wearing it.
Someone figured out, he was like, I've seen that suit before. So he goes online, finds out that this suit is literally in a painting called The Little Blue Boy. And it's a historically famous painting. And this historical famous painting's background story is related to what action happened in that part of the movie where he shot someone.
Oh, shit.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's
Who
right.
notices that?
And that same exact scene is when he shoots the guy with the Bible scripture on his chest.
Yes, and that's
Back in
related.
the day, back and see shit like that, nobody really picks up on. Back in the day, what people would do, outlaws especially would do, is that they would cover themselves in Bible scriptures. Because, of course, back then, Bible-heavy country, you do not just, you don't, no matter who you are, no matter what you do not disrespect the Bible, right? well, this guy has a Bible scripture on his chest, and I'm not giving anything away because it's in the trailer. He has a Bible scripture on his chest, and he says something like, you can't kill me, or something like that. And Jamie Foxx responds to him and shoots him right in the chest.
Yep.
And shit like that, like little shit like that people don't catch. And I'm just like, if you literally, I could sit here and talk for hours, fucking hours about shit that.
I'm sure there's
little drops of shit in Quentin Tarantino movies that, like, I mean, something simple, two simple things. In every single Quentin Tarantino movie, they always smoke the same pack of cigarettes, which is Apple cigarettes. You see that in Kill Bill, when she gets off the airplane, she's walking, there's a huge advertisement for Apple cigarettes. Right? And then another thing, and also in Pulp Fiction, when Vin Rames is talking to Bruce Willis in the bar, in the back, you see him ask for a pack of when he's sitting at the bar, he asks for a pack of cigarettes, and this when he's talking to Lando. No, is it Lando? I'm pretty sure it's Lando.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Lando
he's talking to him, and he asks for cigarettes, and he gives him a pack, and it's Apple cigarettes. So little shit like that, like not a lot of people talk about.
Yeah, you talked about this a little while ago.
Yeah.
Like all his things carry on to each film.
Yeah, and then another thing, and then of course him being in every fucking movie.
Yeah.
Another thing too is that in Reservoir Dogs, when the scene where he tortures a cop and cuts his ear off, right when he turns on the computer, when he turns on the radio, there's a Mexican song that starts playing. Well, in Pulp Fiction, when Bruce Willis is running away from his apartment, he runs through this apartment building, and you hear a Mexican song playing. It's the same exact song. Another thing too that not a lot of people get, which I'm fucking surprised because it's fucking like not hidden. The Vega Brothers. Okay. Michael Madison's character and John Travolta's character are brothers. Because it's Vincent and something Vega. I can't fucking remember his name right now. But yeah, shit like that. Like little things like that. I'm just like, which there was supposed to be a Vega Brothers movie, but Quentin Tarantino just always sat on the script, and then now Michael Madison and John Travolta are too old.
By the way,
because they both died.
The goddamn soundtrack for this movie is fucking amazing.
Yeah, like I could imagine.
You go through the movie and it changes tone like so much. Like you're like, oh, they're gonna use fucking old time soundtrack. You know what I mean? Like something to go with that time period. Fuck no.
Yeah.
He goes through so many things and it's like so appropriate. You're like, oh, this is awesome. Like,
oh man,
that's one thing too. Not a lot of people.
Quentin Tarantino's awesome.
Yeah, that's another thing that not a lot of people pay attention to is the music.
Yeah.
I mean, Kill Bill is the fucking perfect example for a soundtrack that goes with the movie.
That music.
Yeah. So I'm stoked to watch it. Everyone should check it out. Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Even for people that like aren't into Quentin Tarantino, it's nominated for a goddamn Academy Award. Mm-hmm. If you're a movie freak, you have to watch it.
Go check it out.
Yeah. So guess we're going out to our weekly picks.
Oh yeah. Let's start with the one that never has one.
I do have one.
Oh really?
I think it just popped in.
That's a fucking surprise.
No, I don't know what you guys are talking about. My weekly pick is
speak up. Nobody can hear you.
My weekly pick is another anime. Yeah, I said it. Another anime because
damn it.
Because I got that Crunchyroll account, and now that's pretty much all I watch right now.
All right, what'd you watch?
My Little Monster.
What?
It is literally
My Little Monster.
My Little Monster. Okay. Monster, just singular. It's a romance anime, and I never watched any romance anime in my life. But I watched.
Feel a little lonely, bro?
Hentai.
It's not hentai. That's porn. It's like it's hard to explain. Basically, two awkward kids meet each other in an awkward situation. Like, literally, the way they meet is the guy pulls her off the street because he was hiding down a dark alleyway, and he says to her, if you make one peep, I'll rape you. And that's how the whole relationship starts.
And then,
she's just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
And then he grows tentacles and rapes her.
She's a stoic, like, study bug kind of, like, person. Like, you've seen those kids at high school. They are not social. They're just worried about their grades. They don't care about anything else but that. That's what she is. The other dude, genius, but goddamn is he, like, oblivious as fuck. And that's what makes the show good. It's not so much touch and go on the romance, like, 2 days later, oh, I love you, and then they're a couple. No, these people fight. They're always making fun of each other. Actually, no. Actually, the one dude's always making fun of her because he says she's cold. It's just that it's only 13 episodes long. There might be a sequel because they kind of just ended it. You were just sitting there like, that's it? There's nothing? They didn't even get together. They're just like, it's a good series. I recommend it. It's only 13 episodes long. If you like humorous anime, watch it. I laughed my ass off through the whole series.
It's called My Little Monster, right?
My Little Monster.
Right. Maybe I'll give it a try. I don't know.
It's touch and go. Like I said, it's touch and go on the romance. It's like reality. We kind of take our time through it, and we don't just rush it. It's not like 2 days you meet someone, and then 2 days later you're like a couple. It doesn't kind of work like that. You know, they have their issues, and they talk it out like adults, even though they're high schoolers. It was weird. It was a good show. I thought it was good for the quality.
Oh, Japanese. But yeah, so
I can recommend some hentai because on Terra apparently everyone watches hentai because that's all I see in global chat. Oh, what hentai have you watched? Oh, god damn it!
Well, I guess my weekly pick this week, which I've been fucking stuck on. I don't know why I didn't hear about this series earlier. I've heard many people talk about it, just like Dexter. But I've been stuck on now Breaking Bad.
Oh, come on, man.
I can't get into that.
I swear to God, I didn't even watch a single episode. And then I just went out of, what was it, like a week ago? I sat down and was like, let me see what the show's about. Watched episode 1. Instantly hooked. And I was like, fuck, I gotta watch all of this now.
The thing about Breaking Bad is that you have to be extremely into dialogue.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about Breaking Bad. It's a heavy dialogue show. An amazingly written show. Because, man, this is just...
I just finished the second season.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to the third season, and I'm, like, fucking hooked. God.
Surprised he's dead yet.
I know, right? Shit.
Either way, but, yeah. Breaking Bad, I mean, a lot of people like it. It's going really mainstream, which, I mean, a lot of people, when you like something so much, you're kind of sad to see it break the indie, kind of like no one really knows about it yet.
Yeah.
It's quite the opposite, though, because it's the kind of show that you're like, fuck, I hope people get into it. So
you want to talk to people? Yeah, exactly.
I want to keep going, you know, not because, like, I want to talk to somebody about it, because there's a lot of forums, especially when it first started, a lot of Breaking Bad forums, but mostly, like, I want to see this show play out. I want to see it continue and go. Same thing with, I think it's called Magic City. It's like a Florida Mafia movie show. Nobody was really watching it, and I was like, fuck, I hope people start getting into it, which they did, and I'll get into it a little bit. But anyways, yeah, Breaking Bad's an amazing show.
Yeah, dude, I've been really enjoying Breaking Bad. Really, really enjoying it.
Cool.
It's slow at some points, but it's like, if there's like half of a slow episode, the next episode's like right in your face again, and I don't know, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Sweet.
My turn. What's your pick?
Your turn.
My pick. Let's see here. I'm going to go with 2 picks. Music and a movie.
Go for it.
Looper.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're into sci-fi, if you're into action, if you're into story, Looper is such a great fucking movie, dude. Oh my god. A lot of people are like, I found it very difficult to understand. Stop thinking so hard.
Right.
Be dumb for once. Stay dumb for once.
What does this really mean?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't get it when people were like, Inception totally lost you, man. I'm like, what did you lose? Your wallet? Fuck, it's not that difficult.
Yeah, it's not that hard to follow.
This is a side thing. I swear to God, we got to do an episode on like just David Lynch movies.
Oh. We have to show you the rabbits.
I'm gonna put up, like, we're gonna make an episode, and I'm gonna put a link to like all the fucking David Lynch shit I can find.
I am David Lynch, and I want to show you my bunnies.
I want to see how many people want to shoot themselves after watching 10 minutes of this shit.
So, Loopers. I mean, if you've been under a rock for the last year, don't know what it is. It is about in the future, 2044, 2077, 2044, I think it is. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The mafia in the future, it's very hard to get rid of bodies because everyone's tagged.
Yeah.
Everyone has tags on them, right?
Yeah.
And so it's very hard to get rid of bodies. So what they do is that they outlaw time traveling. So the mafia, of course, got a hold of time traveling, and they hire these guys called loopers.
Yeah.
And they send their victims back in time so the loopers can kill them and get rid of them, right? The reason they're called loopers is because every so often, once they put their time in, they close their loop. What closing the loop means is that they'll send you from the future back in time for you to execute yourself. But you don't know because they always have hoods on.
Yeah.
So the only way that these guys find out is when they actually go collect their money, they give them silver plates. Well, when you close your loop, they give them golden plates. And they pay them out. Huge payout. Right? Well, what the movie's about is that for some reason, everyone's loop is being closed now. Everyone that's a looper, every loop is being closed now.
Yeah.
Right? Spoiler alert. Bruce Willis's character, his loop gets closed. And they show two scenarios of what could happen. Right? The first scenario is what might happen, of course, is that he kills him. Okay, no, it's not two scenarios. It's what happened. Time travel. It's fucking weird.
I know.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a line in the movie's like, when you start thinking about this time travel shit, it really fucks with your head, and it's true because so it shows what happened in the first playthrough.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
It shows what happened, and then it shows, of course, he cashes out. He's a drug addict, of course. He starts partying, wastes all his money partying. 3 years down the road, turns into a life of crime because he knows his days are numbered. Starts to get money, whatever. Falls in love in his last 5 years. And then when he falls in love, they close his loop and they send him back. Spoiler alert, you end up finding out that they kill his wife. Right?
Yeah.
So he wants to change the future to help his wife. And that's where all this shit starts. Mm-hmm. Watch it. I'm not going to ruin anything else. I really haven't given much out. The movie's fucking great, though, dude. Especially if you're into super sci-fi shit. There's little snippets in the movie where it's like, oh, shit. Like, that's some real sci-fi intense shit.
Yeah.
Like, one of their loopers doesn't close his loop because he finds out that it's him.
Yeah.
So he doesn't close the loop and gets away. And it shows how they get him... how they set him up to kill him, his future self.
Wow.
It's really cool.
It's pretty crazy. Watch it. I recommend it too. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it is really awesome.
I have 2 free movie tickets right now, and I'm going to go watch The Hobbit eventually.
It's a good movie, dude.
I know. I really want to see it.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I fucking want to watch it so
If
bad.
you like anything Lord of the Rings, you're going to love this movie.
As far as music goes,
Hi, music.
I recommend World Inferno Friendship Society.
Wow.
What?
Old.
You don't like them?
No, I don't even know what it is.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
World Inferno Friendship Society.
I think you
Is
should.
imagine, huh?
I think you
Yeah, I
should.
did. Imagine if anarchist punks went classy. The whole band, I mean, their lead singer, no homo, is a beautiful man, but he's weird. Imagine, what's that guy's name? He's like really in like the gay and lesbian scene. He has like the little mustache. He's like, ooh, hello. Yeah. You know the guy from The Simpsons where he's like, hello, and it's like he looks like him. He looks weird.
Oh my god.
But he always wears like really nice suits and shit like that. But they're like straight anarchist punks, dude. Like it's crazy, and their music is kind of hard, kind of punky, and then it's like really classical.
Imagine like cabaret, and the cabaret is like drunk and fucking spinning around the room.
Perfect example, steampunks.
Yeah.
They're
Really?
kind of like they're I mean, without like all the gadgets and shit,
Yeah.
but they dress like in like
Victorian
clothing and
But they're like punk. It's punk music.
But it's very classy too because there's like flutes and there's like fucking violins and
Whoa. I gotta listen to this shit. I gotta listen to it because this is blowing my mind.
It's good. I like them.
3 songs I recommend to kind of get a feel of them.
Mm-hmm.
And to show what I like is really passionate people.
Recap the band name again so that our listeners can hear it.
If you want to find, it's World Inferno Friendship Society.
Okay.
All right, they have a shit ton of albums out. The 3 songs though that I recommend you listen to is 4 songs. We'll go 4 songs to kind of get a feel of what they're like.
Yeah.
Is Only Anarchists Are Pretty.
Yeah.
I think it's called The Circus Is Going Away.
All right.
But if you look up World Inferno Friendship Society Circus, it'll pop up. I can't remember the other name. Hold on. Fuck. Hey, well, 3 songs then. And We Will Never Run Into Each Other on Trains. 2 of the songs are very similar.
Okay.
The 3rd song though it shows how passionate he is, because imagine, like I said, dude, imagine a punk that lives in the 40s and 20s, like between 20 and 40s era. Imagine a punk that lives in that era. The reason being is because he talks that we will never run into each other on trains. He's talking about a lover, never specifies as a woman or a man. I'm pretty sure the dude's gay, because, like I said, he's a beautiful man.
He might not be.
I don't know. He's a beautiful man, though.
Okay.
Either way, his stage presence also is fucking amazing.
Yeah, he commands that stage.
Yeah. Either way, we will never meet each other on trains. It's a song pretty much about, from what I got out of it, it kind of like a little short romance he had, and they separated. And he says, there's a lyric that says, "We will never run into each other on trains, but we will always pass each other by."
Oh.
Which means that we'll always kind of know where we're at, but we'll never see each other again. And I'm just like, holy fuck.
That's
and
pretty dope.
There's a lyric that says, and don't worry about the ghosts, I'll open a window for them. So pretty much telling them, like, don't live in the past. Like, this is over. We're done. And I'm just like, oh, God, this is such a sad song. Oh, God, I'm so sad right now.
He's so romantic.
But if you're into, like, just weird fucking off-the-wall kind of bands that are just kind of like, if you're into weird shit, which is people out there that literally will listen to something or get into something just because it's weird, World Inferno Friendship Society is the way to go.
Remember that
dude?
band I used to listen to back in the day? Oh my god, I can't remember them. It was like opera mixed with. Oh my god, it was like carnival music, but it was all operic and classy and shit. It was weird. I don't remember the name of the band though.
Yeah, that's another good way to put World Inferno Friendship Society. Is imagine steampunks without all the gears and gadgets that were on a freak circus that got into punk. Like, it's weird. It's so weird, dude.
And instantly my mind exploded.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing.
And at the same time, my eye fountains are leaking.
Yeah, they have like they're very classy though. Like, they're really classy people. Like, classy punks. It's weird.
I gotta check this out. The only way I'm gonna understand it is by
Classy
checking out
punks.
this.
Yeah,
That will confuse anyone. Who knows what punks are?
You said classy punks instantly, like half the fucking people.
And the
are
people
like,
just
the fuck.
Their eyes went cross. They're like, doesn't compute.
yeah, it's crazy, dude. I mean, but their views on especially if you like political shit. I mean, you don't have to get into the political side of it, but their political shit, man. He has, I think it's on their website. He has a section of the website that's just interviews with him and his views on political and him ranting on political shit. And it's just like, I don't agree with you, but I could see this beautiful picture you're painting. You know what I mean? If you're in a film, and I hope to God people that are in a film start listening to this, Metropolitan, the old one, Metropolitan?
You're talking about the one from
the silent film that takes place in the future. That movie. Oh, that's them. That is them. Like, I don't know. Check them out. Listen to them. They're fucking amazing. World Inferno Friendship Society. They have a shitload of albums, so there's an abundance of music to listen to. Their earlier shit is a little bit more harder and punky. Their later shit is a little bit more classy and smoother and just really cool. But check them out.
All right, I definitely got to check them out.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna wrap up here. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
I think we're gonna We were going to cover it this podcast, but I think we're going to release a whole separate video on this. I mean, everybody's doing it, so we're going to jump the bandwagon on it and release our own top 5 best and top 5 worst of 2012.
Oh, yeah. Get ready to rage at me on that one.
Yep.
And it'll more likely be PC games that we're going to be talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, 2 top 5 and top 5 worst and best of PC gaming. Because we're not really console people.
Yeah, we play console stuff here and there, but I mean, I spend 90% of my gaming time on
makes
PC.
the best Blu-ray DVD player ever. Mm-hmm.
When fucking PS3 dropped in price, it was also the cheapest one you could get.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a truth. Well, that's going to wrap us up here. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Please check out our Twitter at TDRcast and our Facebook.
Facebook
The Book of Faces. That's at Digital Roundtable.
It's kind of like hookah, except you smoke books.
And please, help us out. Help us get some exposure with your friends if you think anybody would like this.
Oh, yeah, and Gundam Style hit a billion views.
Yeah, I saw that. One other thing.
God.
What was I going to say? It was important.
Oh,
community questions. If you have anything you want to ask us, we want to do another community question video. Please send in some questions. Anything pertaining to gaming, music, movies, whatever you think we can contribute to or answer your question.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys.
Wrap us up.
All right, guys. This has been the Digital Roundtable where you always have a seat.
That's all, folks.